We all gather here today to say goodbye to the lies, bitch. Hammer in the nigga face, got him talking high pitch. Falsetto like you belong in the pair of stilettos. You drinking the woman's drink, I'm on that Hennessy level. You sounding real sentimental and soft in your hooks. Can't believe how this nigga dressing, get nauseous when I look. 20/20 vision, but had to take another look. Would've thought it was fiction like the motherfucking book. Keep using them 48 laws wrong, get murdered. You used to spit bars, but now you just chirp like a lovebird. And most of your album is for the lovebirds. Son, you wildin', I keep it 1,000. You tryin' on blouses. Prove a nigga wrong, put your money where your mouth is. What happened to the principles? Your style not about shit. This is what you call beef, I'm about to take a cow shit. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right, I'm recording now. Sorry, folks, made a mistake. So here are the mandatory conditions of supervision for the Eastern District of New York. You must not commit any other federal, state, or local crime. You cannot possess a controlled substance. You must refrain from using any controlled substance. You have to submit to random drug testing. Make your restitution payments. Cooperate with the collection of DNA as directed by the probation officer. Check if applicable. So, like, maybe he doesn't have to submit his DNA. I don't know. He isn't a sex offender, so that does not apply. And this wasn't a domestic violence charge, so he doesn't have to follow that condition. The standard conditions are he has to report to the probation office within 72 hours. But actually, I feel like that's if you get out of prison. If you, when he was convicted at trial, I believe he was supposed to go to the probation office right away and just register or whatever when they set up an appointment. He cannot knowingly leave the judicial district where he's authorized to reside without first getting permission. He has to answer all the questions truthfully. Can he? He has to live in a place approved by the probation officer if he plans to change his living arrangements. He has to notify the probation officer 10 days in advance, so he can't go to Mar-a-Lago. Although they would probably allow him to do that because that's his other established residence. I'm guessing they would bend the rules on that. But he would have to have like a schedule, like he can't just be like, oh, I'm going to Mar-a-Lago tomorrow.
He can't go from state to state.
Right, like he would have to get permission.
You gotta get him. He can't. You can only live in, like, he got convicted in New York.
Right, like
so
he
can't
can't
be here. If he wants to live in
Florida,
he can either live there. He can't be going like
he can't be going back and forth.
That's too much paperwork.
Yeah.
Like you can get a travel permit, but as much as he travels back and forth and all, he ain't gonna be able.
He won't be able to do that.
That's
like
too much.
Like he would have to say, I'm going to Mar-a-Lago for 3 months.
It's going to have to be more like something
like
that.
It would have to be on a schedule.
And that's an interstate compact. You got to get permission. He's got to act basically like he's going to have a new parent. He's got to, it's like basically being a teenager. You got to still ask to do everything. Dude, if he wants to get a bank account, if he wants to buy a car, if he wants to fucking move residences, he has to ask. Like,
right.
The basicest things that, like, people just go and do out here. Like, if you want to go buy a car, you just go buy a car. If I want to go buy a car, I got to ask my PO first. Give her all this process. So he's going to have to be doing all of that stuff. And he's going to have a very hard time with
like,
that.
He's never told, no one's ever...
And if his PO is black or brown, he's going to really hate that. Having
for
somebody
sure.
black or brown telling dude what to do, give me your piss, drop piss.
And if he doesn't agree with that person, he's going to be like, I want a different one.
They'll lock his ass up. He's sitting there arguing with his PO in the PO office. They'll lock his ass up. How tedious that can get.
Get off my cord,
They'll lock
please.
his clown ass right up.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He's in a whole nother world. He is in a whole nother world.
Right.
Now. And I know, because I've been in that world. I've been locked up. I know how that shit goes.
Find something else.
You ain't in control when you're in that world. You're just not. The only thing you're in control of is your behavior, what you do while you're in there. And your mentals, keeping your mentals together. But other than that, you are not in control of shit.
Right. Going to the next one, he has to work full-time at a lawful type of employment. Although, technically he's retirement age.
That's the other thing.
So...
I was going to say real quick before you... dude's 77. That shit's killing his ass. This
he
looked
stuff, like
waiting
shit.
To be sentenced and all that, this shit's aging the fuck out of him. That's all he's thinking about. And the people around him are telling him, you're not going to go to jail. I don't think he will. I'd like to see him go to jail. But them telling him he ain't, that ain't comfort to him.
Even though he's putting that front, I'm fine. Somewhere in his brain.
He's worrying about that shit.
Yeah.
He's worrying about that shit.
Hi, Chewy. So he has to work. He cannot communicate or interact with someone that he knows is engaged in criminal activity.
I'll be back. Come here, Chewy.
So, he had some rally in the Bronx or whatever, and he had some 3, I don't know, would you consider them second-rate rappers?
I say I would consider them D-list rappers.
Okay. And they either currently had pending charges or had been charged with criminal activity, so he can't hang out with them anymore.
And then you see the way he was looking at them too, when he was looking at them like, I'm just using you blacks.
Right.
All right, I'll be back. Come on.
He cannot own, possess, or have access to a firearm, ammunition, destructive device, or dangerous weapons. So, other than his Secret Service people who are armed, there can't be any weapons in his residence. He cannot act as an informant. Doubt he would ever do that anyway. And his travel restrictions, since this is the Eastern District of New York, it's comprised of 5 counties. He's allowed to travel freely within the 5 counties, but any request to travel outside of the 5 counties must be approved in advance by his probation officer. So those are what his guidelines are. In general, I don't know if they'll...
Does he drink? I'm sure he drinks, right?
I'm sure he does. I can't say that I've ever seen him.
He can't have no booze in the house. He can't, even if there's someone that he lives with, there can be no booze in the house. His PO could come there anytime, just randomly, and be like, let me search the crib. And he's got to let him.
Right.
All that shit.
Right. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out on June 11th, is it?
July
11th, I mean.
Mm-hmm. And that's right before, it's a couple days before
the RNC.
Here.
Yeah, starts
Here.
The 13th
in
here.
Milwaukee. Oh, speaking of that, baby, what were you, because your job is right down, how is it,
we're within the security grid, so our bill...
Which they're fucking with now too, right?
The RNC wants it widened. I was thinking about that the other day,
That's a pretty good point.
You can't have protesters. I get why you wouldn't want to have that because, the optics of that, you know what I mean? And they're saying it's a security risk.
But that's their right, though.
Right. But you also can't have supporters then.
Exactly.
So
you're screwing yourself.
Right. So they're pushing people to this little park that's down the street from my office. It's so tiny.
The Pierre Market, was it?
Yeah. It's
what you gonna? Hey, because a lot of homeless. That's the homeless crib over there.
Yeah,
it's been for years.
Yeah, the homeless, sometimes the unhomed, urban campers.
The unlived or the unhoused?
Unhoused.
They ran them up out under the bridge and shit and built a dog
Yeah,
park.
they were under the freeway, and a lot of that. So they did build that little dog park and like pickleball court.
Do you see what they did?
Yeah,
Basically,
there's a
they got rid
pickleball
of the
court
homeless.
and then dog park.
They said, get out of here.
Yeah, like we have plans for this area. You have to get out of
Bring
here.
dogs over here that are gonna shit.
But then
Piss.
what's funny is a lot of the area is still vacant. You just wanted them out of there.
Exactly.
Now, on the positive side of that, though, they did rehome people.
Where?
Oh, well, they connected them with services.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So they tried to find housing for the people. And there's like a tiny home community in West Dallas that's for vets, homeless vets.
Shit, I wouldn't want to be no black vet in West Dallas from the white people over there. Oh no.
I was on tour selling rock. My hype man was a Glock, had to spend nights, but now my night stand got a watch.
It doesn't say anything about drug or alcohol.
What do you mean?
You know, like how on your sheet it said like, didn't it say something like you can't?
No drugs or alcohol or anything like that? Oh, you can't.
Right, this must not be like the whole sheet. This
Maybe.
is only 13 things.
Oh, yeah.
Conditions of probation.
Yeah, there's no drugs or alcohol. I mean, I'm going to assume that's everywhere. Because I do know, like, he'll be getting drug tested and shit, too. He ain't going to be able to have a pistol or none of that.
That's on there, yeah.
Can't have no weapon. I don't care what type of crime you have. See, they're sweating Dr. Posley, too, now.
Mm-hmm.
They're sweating his ass. They're gonna fire his ass next. They're thinking he's stealing all the money and shit. I don't know if he's stealing money. But they'll be sweating dude like it's their money. That's what I'll be killing me. Oh, I got some shit here I gotta play. Y'all check this one out. Listen to this white lady calling people the N-word. Check it out. Check this shit out. Okay, check this white racist white adult female out. She's calling people the N-word. And like Michelle was just saying, what were you saying, baby?
I said deported to where?
Right.
They're from here.
Right. She's talking about.
I mean, unless it's somebody like that actually came from another country recently.
Right. I think, yeah, but like it sounds like she's just talking about like black
in general.
Black people in general,
Yeah.
right? So listen to this nonsense, y'all. Listen to this white girl talking this bullshit. Okay.
You're gonna fucking go fucking get deported, bro. Please, we don't need more niggers in the fucking U.S. You're gonna fucking go fucking get deported, bro. Please, we don't need more niggers in the fucking U.S. You're gonna fucking go fucking get deported, bro. Please, we don't need more niggers in the fucking U.S.
This is funny as hell. This is some random stuff. This is this lady. She has a pug, and she's like clipping his nails, his or her nails or whatever. And this is the same noise that our Charlie makes at night, like when he wakes up from a dream or whatever. He'd be having like a nightmare. So for Y'all that got pugs, check it out. This might be relatable.
Okay.
That's what your brother sounds like.
You hear Chewy barking? That's what pugs sound like. Charlie sounds like that when he has like them little nightmares and he wakes up. That's exactly what it sounds like. So that must be like their distress call or something. That's crazy. It almost sounds human like. Let's see, there was another one that I had lined up. Oh, listen to this. This is this lady, right? This is this woman. She's in town from England, and she's going down to the courthouse in Lower Manhattan to see the MAGA animals down there with her own eyes, and is absolutely disgusted. No wonder America is a laughingstock because of these brain-dead morons. So is this lady, this British lady. I mean, they don't have the greatest history, but like, this lady, right? She seems pretty pleasant. I guess they're just touring, right? And they came down to just see what was going on with the Trump stuff or whatever. And then they started getting harassed by these white trash MAGA people. So I'm just setting the scene for y'all.
Disgusting, aren't they? What disgusting people. What do you think about the response that happened? You were having a conversation with them.
Well, we were actually here purely for entertainment value. We're from England. Oh, God, your own country now.
Take your
For your own team, get the fuck out of my
You got it. Fuck the queen, fuck the king.
fucking cunt!
She's leaving. Just stop.
Fuck out of here! Bernie, hell, you little fuck!
That lady that was just cussing right there, she looked like she had about 6 teeth missing. And she looked like death was at her door. I mean, all the color of her little skin was gone. I mean, she was a white lady. She was pretty pale, but it looked like the rest of her pigmentation was going away too. But yeah, they were harassing these ladies. This lady and I think it was her husband with her too. And they were fucking with them. Hold on, I guess there's like 15 more seconds left.
And we enjoy watching Trump on the TV, and we cannot... John!
So I got these clips, right? I wanted to pull up the most racist movie scenes, right? Because there's a lot of movies and shit that people watch. For example, I'll just use myself for a personal example. Like as a kid, like I remember going to watch Saturday Night Fever, I think it is, with John Travolta and them and shit. I remember like my mom and shit and my stepfather and my brother, I remember us all going to see that. You know what I'm saying? I remember they used to take us to, movies and stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? Star Wars. I remember standing in line for Return of the Jedi. I remember going to see Paper Moon, Mommy Dearest, you name it. All the movies back in the day. Breakin', Crush Groove, E.T., all them. But anyways, but now as an adult, because I remember me and Michelle, this was a few years ago already. It might have been longer than that. We were watching Saturday Night Fever one night, you know what I'm saying? We're just looking for an old movie to watch. And we put that on, and then as they were walking down the street, right, it was during the scene, and one of the dudes, I can't remember if it was not Sylvester Stallone. I don't remember if it was John Travolta or the dude he was with.
but they'd use the N-word and shit. They'd call somebody a nigger and shit. I was like, what? So we turned the movie right off. We turned the movie right off, right there. Yeah, so I thought it would be interesting to, looking to see some of these movies and shit. Not saying that anyone really cares or not. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to care, you know what I'm saying? And that's, I mean, you could call it super picky, but that's how I am. Like, I won't ever watch that movie again. You know what I'm saying? I liked it when I was younger, but when you're not really paying attention to all that stuff, when you're super young, but now as an adult, you're like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you blame that on whoever wrote the movie, obviously, And then, like, John Travolta, too, for, like, being okay with, like, saying those lines. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're reading the script and you see that, like, I'd be like, yo, I ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a lot that goes into that. But I'm going to just play a few of them. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on them, but I'm going to play a few of them. So give me a few seconds and I'm going to get something together here. This is a little round. I don't know where people are listening in from, but it's here in Milwaukee. It's rainy. It's kind of gloomy out. But, man, I'm going to say one thing about white people, like in the downtown area, out in the suburbs and all that kind of stuff. They know how to have a good time. They'll be hanging out no matter what the weather is. You can hear it's raining listening. Listen. You can just hear, but they're out here. It's some crazy man. It's some crazy white man sitting out in the back too, like by the river and shit, like on the river walk. So I mean, I ain't saying that. I ain't trying to stereotype, but he might. I don't know. Maybe he's homeless. He's got on like a long brown like jacket, and then like okay, he finally got up. He's walking away now. But like he's got like slippers on, but he ain't got no socks and shit. It's raining outside. Now he just turned back around and shit. I don't know what dude's doing. Those would be the ones, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what people are doing, you know what I'm saying? But listen. But what I don't understand is like, why would someone just be voluntarily like, just be like walking back and forth on, not back and forth, but just like kind of lingering on the river while it's raining outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you be in like motion? Either like trying to get out there or going to where you're going to instead of just kind of hanging out in the rain. But yeah, whatever though. I mean, each his own. All right, so back to these clips.
At these sequences. Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Deck the Halls, A Christmas Story. Widely regarded as a Christmas classic, this film is both endearing and hilarious. Beautifully
Man, that's crazy. Cause I'm just watching this list too for the first time, right? I'm just gonna do like a handful of them. But Christmas Story is my favorite Christmas movie ever, all time, hands down. It's my favorite movie. So I didn't know this, and I watch Christmas Story every year. Like on Christmas Eve, I just watch it all day long, all day night. So let's find out what's going on.
Capturing the nostalgia many share for childhood Christmases.
There it is. The holy grail of Christmas gifts, the Red Ryder 200-shot range model air rifle.
Near the end of the movie, however, the Parker family visit a small Chinese restaurant and are entertained by the employees. The men are heavily accented, and their attempt at singing Deck the Halls is criticized by another employee.
Tis the season to be jolly. No. Not ra 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 la 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 la.
It's quite a problematic sequence. Not only is it propagating a stereotypical Asian accent, but it's also encouraging the idea that this accent is something to laugh at.
Okay, here's this next one. This is a Jim Carrey movie. I never saw this movie.
Friend, my little woodland friend, for your life is in the hands of Ace Ventura.
In this sequel to the classic original, Ace Ventura makes his way to Africa and interacts with various indigenous people. The entire storyline has an undertone of racism to it, embodying the white savior complex, as Ace helps solve a dispute between the Wachati and Wachutu peoples.
The chief says he knew you would come.
Libby, wah! Chim chimney, chim chim chiroo! Hi!
Ace also continuously pokes fun at them, and the movie thereby uses their culture, language, and rituals as a crude outlet for comedy. In doing so, it portrays them as other in an incredibly racist way.
I like them already. Bambawea tuna. Bambawea tuna.
Number 8. Asian Bond. You Only Live Twice. One of Sean Connery's last appearances as James Bond, You Only Live Twice sees the special agent heading to Japan to prevent a nuclear war between America and the Soviet Union.
That's what you've got to find out, and fast, before the real shooting starts. This damn thing could blow up into a full-scale war.
While there, Bond is given a makeover to look Japanese. And it is unfortunate, to say the least. Not only is the very idea of an Asian makeover ridiculously misguided, it's not even convincing.
The girl I have chosen is an agent of mine. But first, you must become Japanese.
Bond is simply given a horrendously ugly wig and bushy eyebrows, and the whole thing is both offensive and embarrassing. Suffice to say, James Bond donning yellowface is not one of the franchise's iconic moments. Far from it.
And here's the next one. This is from the one of the remakes of Annie, the movie Annie and shit. I remember going to see that, as a matter of fact, as a kid. One of from the 70s or whatever. I remember us going to see that. So here we go. Let's see what they're talking about.
Punjab and the Asp. Annie. The first movie adaptation of the beloved Broadway musical Annie has a big racial diversity problem.
Buddha says, a child without courage is like a night without stars.
There are essentially only two major characters of color, and they are both portrayed in seriously offensive ways. Named Punjab and the Asp, they work as bodyguards for the wealthy and white Daddy Warbucks. That alone is problematic given the undertones and power dynamics at play, but there's more.
Punjab, buy out the 8 o'clock show. Let's all go to the movie.
Punjab is an Indian man who's played by a Trinidadian-American actor, a casting decision that many have since called out and criticized. Plus, both he and his co-worker are given names that are suspect and lazy, to put it mildly. Oh.
Interesting round pie.
Numerous Asian American groups also denounced the film, calling Long Duck Dong stereotypical and racist. Molly Ringwald, the 80s icon and star of 16 Candles, has also called him a grotesque stereotype. It's easy to see why, considering his inappropriate accent and behavior, and the unwarranted gong sound that follows him.
What's happening, hot stuff?
Number 5. The indigenous characters, The Searchers. Though it's regarded by many as the best Western around, The Searchers presents a disturbingly offensive portrait of indigenous people. The story takes place amid the historical Texas Native American wars of the 19th century. The indigenous characters are portrayed as evil villains and systematically shot down in action sequences. They're also mistreated, and even the supposed hero, Ethan Edwards, attempts to kill his own niece to avoid seeing her among the Comanche.
Stand aside, Martin.
Shit, nah, that seems like some shit white people would do to each other, though. When they super snap out, they'll be killing their family members and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's right up their alley. Yeah, that's crazy, though. I'm going to do some more of those later, though. But, yeah. So, Michelle's going to be back with this little waffle maker. We're going to get that going. And make some breakfast for dinner. And then just probably lay back and watch some TV, you know, whatever. And we'll check in with y'all in a couple of days. And stay safe for the rest of the weekend. I know it's kind of gloomy outside if you're in Wisconsin or Milwaukee. It's raining and shit. So this is a perfect day to just chill. Listen to some music. Yeah, I was listening to some jazz earlier. We were doing a little podcasting earlier. Yeah, Michelle helped her daughter move this weekend. Yeah, so we're just going to relax later. I hope everyone else is doing the same. Yeah, so just rest and recover. And yeah, we'll check in with y'all soon. And with that, I'm going to get some little music together here. So listen for that. And then I'll talk to everyone soon. And thanks for listening. We really, truly appreciate it. Peace. All right, so we're going to play a little Havoc. My favorite rapper, you know, producer, you know, rapper that do both. Havoc's my favorite, no doubt about it. That Infamous album, that's like my Bible. Yeah, I've been listening to Mobb Deep, man, since I was, you know, from Hell on Earth, Infamous, Juvenile Hell, all of that, yeah. But so enjoy this Havoc. This is called Life We Chose.
Got these cowards out plotting on me, red dotting for me. Blast them with the clapping, no, I keep the ratchet on me. All that beef and shit is corny, nigga, fake it in the Twitter beef. Your girl was something real, so she in my sheets. And I don't blame her, she'd rather be around this paper. Every move made is major, fucking crib with buying acres. ODing on for life, see where the high could take us. Sky's the limit, up above and way beyond you haters. I'm coming at your head, better duck. Out from under bushes like surprise, remember us. My music is the most ominous shit you ever bump. Niggas wanna meet they maker, I'm just here to hook it up. And when you get there, just be sure to send them my regards. Lord forgive me for the shit these niggas got me on. I'm trying hard, so very hard. I pull you into beef that you could never squash. This the life we chose, dealing with the life we chose. It's a cold world, homie, and it's only getting colder. Motherfuckers get their whole life froze. Yeah, this the life we chose, dealing with the life we chose. It's a cold world, homie, and it's only getting colder. Motherfuckers get their whole life froze.
It's ghetto giving out scars to run the world with it. Yeah, I wore it, figured out a plan and torched it. Life sucked, felt I was tortured every day. We had to climb through the dirt. Hell if I forfeit, been around the world and back again. Niggas gel of the portrait, no more selling me short shit. My will so strong for my soul if you came across it. Time to reclaim my fortune.